Look what the wind blew in. Straight fire. Dripping like water. Spreading my knowledge across this earth. Gold status. Gold medallion. 1111. Back once again. What to do when you on SR and you ain't got nothing to do. Like if you the type of guy that gets bored really fast, like me. I've always been like that. When there's no sense of euphoria, no incentive to have an interest, a new interest of some sort, then like I already don't want to pay attention no more. Like I get bored really fast, like with the quickness. What to do when you are bored on SR? And I'm basically speaking, of course, to the people that are, to the people that could identify with this, because you got a lot of people, when they on SR for like a week, 2 weeks, they got a bunch of energy, right? They got a bunch of energy. And especially for the 18 years, if you're 18 years old, the 18-year-olds, the 20-year-olds, the 24-year-olds, 25-year-olds, man, listen, you're going to have a lot of energy. A lot of energy. You understand what I'm saying? And me, I'm already 33 million years old. 33 million years old. So yeah, it's different. But, for the people that are bored, and this also, trickles into relapsing and stuff, because a lot of people that relapse ain't got shit to do. They don't have a lot to do, and then their mind is open to all kinds of temptations and stuff. So the idle mind, is fickle. So all kinds of subtle things can enter your mind very quickly, in an instant. So yeah, what to do, especially when you get bored fast. And that doesn't mean that there is nothing to do, because there's a whole lot to do. You could do a whole lot. Read books, meditating, exercising, writing, starting a YouTube channel, trying to, work a job or 2 jobs, or start another business, or whatever it may be, right? You can go do martial arts, study that, or whatever. There's so many things you could do, but not everybody has the same interest. Some people, they lose interest quick, fast, or even if they got stuff to do, they don't really want to do it or really like to do it at that particular time. You understand what I'm saying? They be like, nah, man, I could do this, I could do that, but I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that right now. Not right now. I don't feel like doing it, to the point where it just, it creates so much resistance for you to even do the thing that, for even doing a particular thing. You bored and you got all types of ideas, but you don't feel like taking action towards those things, because you just simply not interested. Those things might be interesting in the long run, but right now they're not. And then when you on SR for a long time period, then is when you start to enjoy the little things, small things. You can look at a leaf falling out of a tree, and you just look at the movement and all of that deep, and that particular experience might be very profound to you, and nobody else understands that feeling, that moment that you have with the leaf. Because that's what I've noticed when I'm on a long streak, or when the energy of the SR energy finally comes through. Oh man, I could do any and everything, and I'm chilling. I'm not in a rush, man. I want to study this and learn that. I want to do everything at once. Like, that's my personality. I always want to do everything at once, but you know, when I'm full of energy, I want to do everything. But when I'm down, low on energy, man, like I gotta drag myself to do things, man. And with me, it's like it's extreme. It's very extreme. So yeah, man, what to do when you're bored? That's the big question. And my answer to that is a question mark. That's a big question mark. Because, well, not literally, I mean more in the sense of, like, you can always do something, but I think that in certain circumstances, as far as this one, so when you're bored on SR and low on energy, sometimes you just have to force yourself to do something. Like, that might be the only way to force yourself to do something, because I don't see no other way right now. I don't see no other way. What to do when you're bored? Like, I know that when I'm bored and I get aggressive or I get angry, that's when I start to move, or, you know, that's the incentive for me to get up or do something. Right? Something irks me or irritates me. That is like a form of energy. It's like a surge of energy. If you ever saw the movie Crank with Jason Statham, right? He has problems with his heart, and I don't know what it's called, but the it's kind of like they give you like a replacement for your heart, right? Some kind of machine which gives you electrical impulses, and you basically live off of those electrical impulses, right? So he has to create situations for him to get that electrical surge, because out of that he gets that energy. If not, then it's like he dying, right? So he has to have it. If not, he's dying. And that's kind of like my thing, right? I have to have those impulses. If not, man, it's almost like we dead, because that is kind of like what it is. It's not that we dead, but literally, but in a sense we are, because that's how I feel. I feel dead inside with no energy. You dead inside. That's it. You broke. You ain't got no power. Nothing. So sometimes you have to force yourself. Sometimes you like sometimes it could just come out of nowhere. But I think you have to have the desire to want to change, even if you don't want to in the moment. Like, even if you're not motivated, because you could be stagnant and not be really motivated to do something, but deep inside you actually want to move. Personally, I don't think that's people, like, of course, I'm not talking about the 1% because there's always somebody, the outlier, that really wants that. He really wants nothing or whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about us, people that want something better, right? I think personally, we all want to have that energy, right? But we may not have that energy because right now we ain't motivated, we ain't on that SR, or we ain't that SR energy. It's not coming through yet, but we definitely want it, right? But that doesn't mean that if you desire it, that it comes instantly. It might come instantly, but sometimes it might not. It doesn't always work like that, right? But sometimes, man, you have to force yourself. You have to force yourself because that's based on my experience. Don't want to do nothing. I actually, based on how I feel right now, not the subconscious, not deep down. Deep down, I want to do something, but physically, like, I don't feel like doing nothing. Right? Feel like doing nothing, and then you're gonna grab something that could, you know, grab your attention, and that's basically when the relapse starts. That's basically when you look at, because looking at women, it gives you a surge of energy. Like, even real women, let's say you ain't got no energy right now. What is the thing that could hype you up the most? Or one of the things that could hype you up the most? That's a real woman. That's a real woman. If you place a real woman next to you and you touch her, kiss her, and all this and that, man, you get a whole lot of energy. You get a bunch of energy. So that keeps you motivated. And that's why I think you are looking for that same energy, but that same energy is just fabricated on the internet, digital stimuli, right? But if you don't have a woman, man, what can you do? So sometimes you just gotta stick it out, man. Maybe you just gotta get angry, like I did. Sometimes I'm just getting angry, right? You ain't got nothing to do. Well, what can I do? You get angry, and then when you get angry, boom, you get to moving because it creates movement, and that movement, right, is connected to another movement and another thought. So that's how you can, keep yourself in a moving state. Sometimes that's the only way to go, you know, and yeah, and just wait on the energy. Try to exercise, and just a small little things you can do as far as the food. Cut out sugars, because the sugars make you feel sluggish and lethargic, right? Drink a lot of water, right? Drink a lot of water. So, no energy. It's the flat line. And what is a flat line? A flat line is a period where your mind needs to reboot, your mind needs to reset, right? It needs to reset from all the digital stimuli you have. You have been logged into the space of of overdoing it, the space of what's the word? Overindulgence, right? Overindulgence. The machine ain't working no more. Like you overused it. It's overheated. Your brain is overheated. The neural pathways are like you burn all of them. Like, the wiring in your brain is it's all messed up. So now you have to go to rehab, right? It's like going to rehab. Your brain has to reset. And what your body does is it basically shuts off for a period of time, right? Where you have to rehabilitate yourself, right? You're in a rehabilitation mode, and that's where you ain't got no energy. Nothing. So if you're in that state, there's some small things I was talking about, small things you could do. Stop eating junk food. Cut out them sugars. Only drink water. Get your exercise in. If you are not the person that is motivated to exercise hard, even though I definitely, want to motivate you to do that, right? You could just take a brisk walk outside, right? Just go walk, maybe for and a half an hour. Try 1 hour or 2 hours, whatever. But walking, looking at things far away in the sky, because that's a technique that helps psychologically. It helps with your brain, looking at things far away. It's crazy, but it helps to it helps with, you know, in a way satiating the mind and satisfying the mind in a way that gets you off of that dread and depression and all of that. So it helps. It helps. It helps. I don't know how, but it helps, right? Looking at things far away in the sky, looking at clouds far away in the sky, and just walk, right? And also, you could try to breathe deeply, just certain moments, like consciously, 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, night before you go to bed. Just constantly, just consciously sit and breathe deeply, just like deeply and slowly to center your mind, right? There's some things you can do, even when you're outside and you take a walk. Like, let's say you usually listen to a lot of music and you're listening to David Goggins and you got to stay hard and this and that. Try to not put no headphones on your head, on your ear, or no earbuds in your ear, and just listen to nature. Like, be in nature and meditate and listen to nature and just because it's it's a stimuli as well. Music, right? Music, it stimulates your brain and your mind, and it gets you hype, right? It gets you hype. There's another way to, you know, to get those endorphins popping. Like, it's another dopamine hit, right? So a few things you could do, man. And yeah, man, just stick it out, man. Right? You just have to push yourself if you're in that flatline state. That's like the worst state ever, right? I've been through it numerous times. Numerous times. So yeah, man, try to push yourself. You can even read it on a piece of paper and tell yourself, I gotta I gotta stick it out, right? Pause. Right? I gotta work this out. I can't quit. I gotta keep going. I gotta hold strong. You know, the people around you. You can even change the people around you if you can. The environment, if you can. Right? Listen to motivational, quotes and reading motivational quotes and listen to motivational speeches, you know, and yeah, listening to people that are on SR as well, because we all got to work together. We are all in this together, even though you're going through, the journey individually. We are all doing it together. We all have the same mindset, the mind state to, help each other with and to stimulate each other to get each other to the next level. So yeah, man, keep your mind focused, and I'm out. Peace.